Fighting games are cool, and you probably already know that, but if you're interested in learning fighting games but you're a little bit scared, it's probably for like a couple of reasons that I hear a lot from people when they are wanting to get into the genre but scared too. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about how hard fighting games are to play and how difficult they are to learn. One of the most common ones that I hear is that new players need to be in the lab in training mode for like hours on end just to learn like big combos, just so that way they can stand a chance against any random person online. Or like the people who play fighting games online are like genius gamers of like perfect execution who never mess up anything and will destroy you if you even make one mistake. And I am assuring you that if you ask any person who knows how to play fighting games, that is not what they'll tell you. I assure you, none of us got into fighting games and then immediately spent hours in training mode to figure things out. That's not. No, we got into fighting games because we saw cool characters doing cool things and we wanted to do it ourselves. Like maybe some freak did that for training mode, but they're not very common. And as someone who's been playing fighting games for approaching 2 decades now, I can assure you that most people you fight online are not going to be geniuses. They are just going to be like feral monsters who just want to get in and hit you. And like it really doesn't take a lot of execution or a lot of knowledge to get beyond that. Now I'm not saying that these players like don't have like certain skills or that you can just like hop online to your very first fighting game and do very well if you try to play like sophisticatedly. No, that's not what I'm saying. No, what I am saying is that if you want to get into fighting games but you're a little scared because you don't want to spend like, a bunch of time in training mode and in the lab figuring things out, you don't need to. You can spend exactly as much time in training mode as you want, whether that is 0 minutes or whether that's like hours at a time, because there are some people who like to do that after they get into fighting games. I'll make like another TikTok about this at some point, but to think that is to fundamentally misunderstand what training mode is for. And if you're new to the genre, it's okay to misunderstand things. That's not a problem. The important part is that when you're presented with the correct use of something in the correct context of something, to accept it, because that's what is a healthy thing to do. Like if you're building a cabinet and you're trying to use a screwdriver to hammer in a nail, you're not going to blame the screwdriver or the cabinet. That's on you for using and misunderstanding the tools. Like if you can play Marvel Rivals and have fun, or you can play Overwatch and have fun, or like any of these like competitive, shooting games, I promise you can play fighting games and have fun too. Like for myself, when I was getting into the genre, for like the first like 6 or 7 years, I was very, very rarely ever in training mode. I just didn't find it fun. And if you got other like fighting game misconceptions or things that are scaring you and preventing you from getting into the genre, please let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them because I want to get more people into the genre. It's a really fun and fantastic genre. So if it's something that interests you and that you think that you want to see if you like, yeah, if you got any problems, let me know.